Hey everybody, after a decade of talking about home security, we wanted to create a very short series of videos that has to do with some simple tips that you can use to increase your home security. Alright, so continue with our security tips here. We're going to focus on windows. And in a window scenario, you want the burglar to think maybe the window is my only thing that I can do to get into this house because the fence looks a little too hard, the garage door looks secure to me, the front door, I already tried kicking it in and I couldn't get through, let me try a window. I know I'm not going to be able to walk around to the backyard to go to one of those windows that I might not be seen at. Is there some bushes that I can hide in to break a window and get in the house? Well, that's where the curb appeal kind of comes in a little bit, but we'll talk about that later. If you have shrubs in front of your house that provide a hiding spot for a criminal, whether that's on the side, anything around a window that they could smash out and get in your house, pay attention to that. So also pay attention to the trees that you might have in your front yard too, because those can actually obstruct the view from somebody driving by your house. And if those branches are too long, your trees aren't trimmed, lots of people just let their trees grow like armpits, and it's not really supposed to happen like that. You're supposed to trim your tree branches so as the tree grows, you still got the view to your house. That's also going to help your security as well, because you want people to be able to see through the trees that are planted in your property to see your house, and that's a security thing. It's not that you want people to see how nice and beautiful your house is, but you don't want to provide the burglar anywhere to hide. So a would-be criminal that wants to break into your home to either steal something or to, maybe they want to take you captive and they want to do something that involves kind of a home invasion scenario. Whatever the case is, you need to be able to know that your home is secure, and that's kind of the tip that I really want to focus on with windows, because if you can do at least that, you are doing more than 99% of people do with their front of their homes. So trim the bushes in the front yard, as hard as that is, hire someone to do it. The difference between breaking into your house and not breaking into your house, if it's a $20 landscaping bill every couple months, that's really not that big of a deal in terms of home security. So it's always cheaper to prevent rather than the back end of that. And that's how most people think about security. They don't really pay attention to it until something happens, and that's what we're trying to do with this series, right? We want to make your home a harder target so that a criminal looks at it and says, you know what, too many things in place, I'm going to move on to the house next door that doesn't even have locks on the gate, and I'll mosey on there and get into this house, right? So the other thing you can do with windows is to secure them as well, because if someone breaks out a window, you may have a problem still, because yes, they can get into your house, but they want to open that window. They want to either open the window or open the front door. So that kind of takes you back to the whole double cylinder, single cylinder conundrum that we went over a little bit too. So that might be a tip to why you might want a double cylinder, because just because you're preventing someone from getting into your house, once they're in, they want that path of easy egress from your house with your valuables, right? If they want to pull a TV and take it out of the house, what are they going to do? They're going to open the garage door and make it look like they live there. They're going to carry it out through the front door and look like someone's just moving. They want to appear as though everything is normal, but they sure as heck don't want to pull a TV out of a window because that looks super suspicious. So if you have these little window locks like this, there's little C-clamps. These can hinder your egress from your own house in the event of a fire, so really pay attention to this and make sure everybody in your household knows how to take these off if you put them on. This is totally your call. But I like these just because they can sit on the track of a window and now you can't open the window. So even if you break a little part of the window and you try to reach your hand in and open the window on the outside, you're still not going to be able to lift up the window to get yourself through it because of these little locks. So just another layer of security that can help make your home a harder target. If you like the security tips that we're sharing today, we've actually got an ebook that's jammed full of security tips just like this. It's called our Home Security ebook. Go to store.itstactical.com and learn even more.